Hello, and welcome back to the original Larry D's Food for Thought. Today we will be, of course, reading out of the Old King James Bible as usual. We also be reading from the Old Testament and from the New Testament to the law and to the testimony. Precept upon precept, line upon line, here a little and there a little. Okay. Also, we'll be going over a few scriptures today concerning the title. Who among you can hide themselves from the Lord? Who among you can hide themselves from the Lord? Okay. I am going to share these scriptures with you right quick here, and you can jot them down if you like. But yeah, tell you people saying today that the Lord don't see them. They can do whatever they want to do. Okay. Oh, people think even if they do stuff in the dark, you notice most people when they do crime, they wicked stuff, they always wait till nighttime to do it, thinking they gonna hide themselves from somebody. I'm gonna tell you something. The God of this Bible, the one that is sitting on high in heaven right now, he tell you, hey, he said he looked down from heaven and he see us. Okay. And he also said that the eyes of the Lord are in every place. Okay. So you ain't hiding from this God. He got those seven seraph angels running around on this earth. I'm gonna tell you something. They got four faces, six wings, and they got eyes all over them wings. Okay, and they don't miss nothing. All right. They see everything. And don't you think for a minute that they don't report back to the Lord. Okay. So he see you. You may think he don't, but he do. Okay. Talking about the Lord don't see us. He has forsaken the earth. He gone back to heaven. He ain't thinking about us. You want to bet? We're going to show you in the scriptures today. That is not the case. Okay. But anyway, I'm going to stop sharing these and we're going to get started with these scriptures here and see if we can get a little bit of understanding on this thing. Because you doing all that wickedness. You think you ain't nobody's watching you. We're going to show you in the scriptures. Somebody is indeed watching you. Okay. But we're gonna start this in let's see, we're gonna start this in Jeremiah. Jeremiah the 23rd chapter. And let's see, we are gonna start reading at let's see here. Verse verse 13. Okay. And it reads, and I have seen folly. The Lord was talking to Jeremiah right here. He's telling him what he's seen. Look here. And I have seen folly in the prophets of Samaria. They prophesied in Baal and caused my people to Israel to error. Verse 14. I have seen also in the prophets of Jerusalem an horrible thing. They commit adultery and walk in lies. They strengthen also the hands of evildoers. You think that's only in Jerusalem? Hey, that's even until this day and all over the world. Especially look around you. Every day you always seeing somebody going to jail or getting arrested for something wicked that they have done. Uh, but do you know they committing adultery and lying and strengthen the hands of evildoers? Those cats standing up there telling you that hey, God love everybody and He ain't gonna hurt nobody. Here. And then you strengthen them, they say, okay, I'm okay. I can go and do whatever I want to. I'm all right. Yeah, don't believe it. Okay. But let's see. That's verse 14. Let me finish this. Okay, they walk in line, they strengthen the hands, also of the hands of the evildoers, that none doeth return from his wickedness. They are all of them unto me as Sodom, and the inhabitants thereof as Gomorrah. Okay, so we know what happened down in back down in Sodom and Gomorrah. That was a wicked place. That place was full of sodomites, and the Lord came down and He destroyed them. And if you don't know what a sodomite is, that's those homosexuals. Okay, it's full of them. The Lord destroyed them all. And I'm gonna tell you something. You want to know what the Lord gonna do in the future? Just go and read what He did in the past, because He had it written that hey, He don't change. So you think they're gonna get away with what they're doing? They don't turn from their wicked ways. The Lord gonna get you. Okay, but let's go a little further. let's go over here to, wait a minute, I still got a little more here. Let's go, I want to read verse 23. Yeah, okay, let's see what the Lord said here. Am I a God at hand, saith the Lord, and not a God afar off? Verse 24. Can any hide himself in secret places that I shall not see him, saith the Lord? He asked the question, can you hide yourself from him? Huh. Look, do not I feel heaven and earth, said the Lord? He feel heaven and earth. He see it all. Okay? You ain't hiding from this God. He's, can you hide? No, you cannot. All right, we're gonna show you some more. Let's go over to let's go to Proverbs right quick. Let me show you this here. Let's see here. Let's see. We're going no, I'm sorry, going to Psalms. Yeah, going to Psalms. Psalms 14. Let's see, Psalm 14, and we're gonna start reading at verse 1. And it reads, listen, the fool has said in his heart, the fool has said in his mind, there is no God. How naive can you be to make a statement like that? Okay, look, they are corrupt, they have done abominable works. There is none that doeth good. Tell you something, the Lord say, if he know you ain't doing good, I'm gonna show you something else he look at too. Verse 2, the Lord looked down from heaven upon the children of men to see if there were any that did understand and seek God. You know if you seeking him or not. He watching you. Tell you something else too. He looked right into that big brain that he gave you. All right. You know what you're doing. All right. You ain't hiding from this God, no form or fashion. All right. But let's look a little further here. Let's go to Proverbs. And we're going to go to Proverbs. On the Proverbs 15th chapter. I want to read one verse right here and let you know. Man, this God, he see everything. Look here. This is Proverbs 15, and I'm going to read one verse, verse 3, and it reads, the eyes of the Lord are in every place, beholding the evil and the good. So he see it all, okay? His eyes are everywhere. We're going to show you how that is, okay? I'm down in the scripture here a little bit. But anyway, let's go further here. Let's go to Job right quick. I'm going to show you this. This is Job, Job the 34th chapter. And start reading at verse 21. And it reads, for the eyes are upon him. For his eyes, it's the Lord's eyes he's talking about here, okay? For his eyes are upon the ways of man, and he seeth all his goings. Verse 22. Look, there is no darkness, nor shadow of death where the workers of iniquity may hide themselves. You see that? So, hey, you think you doing stuff in the dark at night? Think the Lord ain't seeing you? Tell him what he say right here. He said, there is no darkness or shadow of death where you can hide yourself doing your iniquities. All right, sinning. All right. But let's go further here. Let's go to Jeremiah now. Take a look at this. I'm gonna tell you something, man. These people, you're fooling yourself. Think you doing stuff and the Lord ain't checking you out. He see you. He see everything we do. All right. Now this here is Jeremiah the 16th chapter. And I am going to start reading at verse 15. Yeah, let's see, verse 15. Yeah. Okay. This is verse Jeremiah 16 and 15. Okay. And it reads, listen, but the Lord liveth, that brought up the children of Israel from the land of the north and from all the lands whither he had driven them. And I will bring them again into the land that I gave unto their fathers. Behold, I will send for many fishers, saith the Lord, and they shall fish them. And after will I send for many hunters, and they shall hunt them from every mountain and from every hill and out of the holes of the rocks. So the Lord Lord had scattered Israel all over the world, but he said he gonna gather you and he gonna bring you back to the land that he gave to our fathers. Okay, but this is what I want you to see here. Listen, 17. For mine eyes are upon all thy ways. They are not hid from my face. You ain't hiding from the Lord. Neither is thy iniquity hid from mine eyes. Your sins is not hid from the Lord. He's seeing it. He don't like it. Telling you. All right. So what does it say? Turn from your wicked ways and walk uprightly. All right. Because the Lord is indeed watching. Now, let's go a little bit further because he said, eyes of the Lord are in every place. And let's see how that's possible. Quick look at this right here. This is Second Chronicles, the Second Chronicles 16th chapter. I'm gonna read one verse, verse 9. And listen to this. Listen, for the eyes of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth. Huh? Yeah, he got them seven cherub angels that's running around here on this earth, and they got four faces, six wings, and those cats got eyes all over those wings. Tell you something, they don't miss nothing. Okay, and don't you think for a minute that they don't report back to the Lord. Let him know what you are doing. And also what the Lord say, he looked down from heaven as well. Okay, but he said, for the eye of the Lord run to and fro throughout the whole earth to show himself strong in the behalf of them whose heart is perfect towards him. Herein thou hast done foolishly, therefore from henceforth thou shalt have wars. But the Lord is watching. He is watching. Okay. Now let's go over here to Ezekiel right quick. I want to show you this. Let's see. Going to Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. He was talking to Jeremiah, and he showed Jeremiah some stuff. Look at this. This is Jeremiah, let me see, 8. I'm sorry, I keep saying Jeremiah. It was Ezekiel. Ezekiel. Sorry. Ezekiel, the 8th chapter. I'm start reading at verse 12. Look at that. Then said he unto me, Son of man, talking to Ezekiel here, hast thou seen what the ancients of the house of Israel do in the dark? Every man in the chambers of his imagery, for they say, the Lord seeth us not. The Lord has forsaken the earth. They say, Lord don't see us. I bet they saying it even to this day. Lord don't see us. Are you sure about that? Look at this. Verse, let's see. This is verse 15. Then said he unto me, Hast thou seen this, O son of man? Turn thee yet again, and thou shalt see greater abominations than these. Verse 16. And he brought me into the inner court of the Lord's house, and behold, at the door of the temple of the Lord, between the porch and the altar, were about 25 men. They had 25 men standing here with their backs to the altar, backs to the bill. Look, with their backs toward the temple of the Lord, and their faces towards the east, and they worship the sun towards the east. Ain't that something? We'll call that an abomination. What do you see people doing on Easter Sunday morning? Oh, we're going to church early. We're going to go and have sunrise service. Don't like that. He told you don't serve them elements. Okay. But hey, people doing it, and the Lord seeing it, and he don't like it. Okay. So you might want to get away from that. Okay, but let's go further. Let's go over here to the new book now. I want to show you this here. Let's see. We're going to Acts. We're going to Acts, the 4th chapter. And we'll take a look at this right quick. This is Acts 4. And I'm going to start reading at verse, let's see, verse 19. Right here. Peter and John, and they was preaching Jesus. And these Sadducees, they didn't like it. So let me see what they said here. Look at this. This is verse Acts 4:19, and it reads, But Peter and John answered and said unto them, they were saying to the Sadducees, Look, whether it be right in the sight of God to hearken unto you more than unto God, judge ye. For we cannot but speak the things which we have seen and heard. But don't you see this? What he say right here? He said, Peter and John answered and said unto those cats, whether it be right in the sight of God. So they knew that the Lord was watching. Okay. But you think it's right for us to do uh will it be right in the eyes of God? And we do what you do? You say? Who knew? They gonna preach that word. But they said, hey, Lord's looking. We know it in the sight of the Lord. Okay. So Lord is seeing everything. Okay. But let's go take a look at this. Let's go to the last book in the Bible, which is Revelations. I'm going to Revelations, the second chapter. Let me see, Revelations 2. And I'm going to start reading at verse 18. And all this is in red, right? This is the Lord talking to himself right here, okay? Look, and it reads, and unto the angel of the church in Thyatira, write, these things saith the Son of God, who has his eyes like unto a flame of fire, and his feet are like fine brass. Verse 19. I know thy works, and charity, and service, and faith, and thy patience, and thy works, and the last to be more than the first. Okay, verse 23. And I will kill her children with death, and all the churches shall know that I am he which searches the reins and hearts. Mm. And I will give unto every one of you according to your works, be it good or evil. But what did he say here? He said he searched the reins and the heart. He talking about the heart of your mind. He know what you thinking. He know if anybody's seeking him. How? Because he made us. He made that brain, and you think he can't read it? He know your thoughts, people. So be careful. He told you to keep your thoughts pure. All right. So we got to be careful, okay, about even our thoughts because the Lord searched that out. All right. Now, let's go back to Jeremiah right quick. I got this last scripture right here. I want to show you. It's Jeremiah 17. And because I want to verify that right there. Okay, this is Jeremiah 17. Jeremiah 17, and I'm going to start reading at verse 9. Make sure I got this right. Jeremiah 17 and verse 9. And it reads, the heart, the mind, the heart is deceitful above all things and desperately wicked. Who can know it? The Lord know it, because he search it out, right? Verse 10, I, the Lord, search the heart. Told you. I try the reins, even to give every man according to his ways and according to the fruit of his doings. When we just read over in Revelations, you see that? He searched that heart out, people. He know what you're thinking, okay? But he only not only do that, but he looked down from heaven to see if any seek him. All right, but he see everything we do. That's why it's very important that we be careful what we do, even what we say. Okay, the Lord had it written. He said, hey, don't let filthy communication come out of your mouth. All right, keep your conversation all right. All right, but who among you can hide themselves from the Lord? Nobody. Okay, so with that food for thought, think on these scriptures and words throughout the course of the day. And until next time, peace.